As humanoids, we tend to forget quite a few things. We quite often forget where our keys are, we go into a different room and think, why the fuck am I even here? I forgot. And Magic the Gathering is not exempt from our forgetfulness. Do you remember, for example, that time that Wild Nicatl was rather hilariously banned in Modern for some ungodly known reason? Now, there is a deck in Modern that we all probably forgot about, or at least it wasn't at the forefront of our minds, by the name of Eldrazi Tron. And for today's Something Different, I'm going to be doing something that's different to our Something Different. We're going on a whole new layer of differentness here by playing some Eldrazi Tron in Modern. Now, a few weeks ago, a young man by the name of Cherry Axeman, a regular viewer of my streams, told me that he was running pretty damn well with Eldrazi Tron, which actually got me thinking, why doesn't Eldrazi Tron see any play anymore? A few days later, sure enough, Cherry Axeman did post on Reddit a primer for the Eldrazi Tron list he had been playing. He had finished quite well in some leagues, some competitive events on MTGO, and even doing quite well and getting to a top 8 in a Modern challenge. Realising that Living End is basically unplayable in Modern at the minute because of dickhead Hagark decks, which apparently are going to force people to have 1,000 pieces of graveyard hate in their sideboard, despite the fact they can only have 15 cards, I wanted to really try Eldrazi Tron because it can overpower a lot of decks on board, and with so many decks playing graveyard hate, well, it seems like a really good time to take advantage of there being not much interaction for our deck. Now, I want to do a very quick intro to the deck here, because most people probably know what Eldrazi Tron is. We're going to try and do a 1-minute deck tech. Eldrazi Tron is a deck that is looking to pump out massive creatures early in the game by producing godly amounts of mana in the first few turns, using either the Tron lands or an Eldrazi Temple. We have the usual Tron suspects, Thornotseer, Reality Smasher, Matter Reshaper, and even an Endbringer. We also have a few Planeswalkers we can cast, Karn the Great Creator combined with Microsoft Lattice out to the sideboard, we all know that combo. Worth noting that it's very easy in this deck if you hit your Tron lands to get this combo together whilst also having good blockers out to protect Karn. We're also trying out Ugin the Inevitable so we can make a blocker later on in the game, cast our spells a lot cheaper going into the mid to late game. Outside of that, we're playing some decent removal, some decent ramp, and then for Chalice of the Void. You will notice that, yes, we are running Expedition map, but it's going to cut off loads of other decks. We think about Burn, the Arclight Phoenix decks, even the Hagark deck plays a lot of 1-drops. So we are aiming to cut them off of the knees so they can't really cast most of the spells in their early game. Oh, and we also have some decent utility lands. Now, I am over my allotted 1-minute time for the deck tech, so here is our sideboard. It should be pretty obvious what each card is for. We played this deck in a league. Let's go ahead and see how said league went. Mine, Tower, Expedition map, on the draw, fuck. But we will keep this. What are we against? Please don't be like Pyro Prison, that would be kind of infuriating. Tower map. Oh wait, you never meant to lead on the tower, are you? You meant to leave Tower till last, if I remember rightly. Foreboding Ruins? What is going on? It's your time to shine, dear boy. Let's play Urza's Mine and pass. So if our opponent plays like a Blood Moon here, which I assume that if they're playing a budget deck, I assume they won't be playing a Blood Moon. We crack for a Wastes, I believe. Okay, so it's a 2-2 with haste. Do we just dismember this now? Since we have the power plant in hand, I'm going to do that. Okay, we could go Karn Trinisphere. That sounds pretty good, actually. We could go Ugin the Inevitable, tick up so hopefully he survives next turn, and we can go and then cast Karn and Microsoft Lattice in the same turn. And it's a Ghost Quarter. Do we cast it, or where does it go, to our hand? It goes into our hand. Okay, Mog Warwash was fun. Oh, man! That's disgusting, but at least, like, it's not going to our face. That's the good thing. It's not going to our face. We still get a 2-2 out of the deal. Our opponent's only got a couple of Goblins out, so it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Thornotseer. Okay, yeah, I'm not even going to attack with the Reality Smasher, so I'm just going to cast this now. Like, Reality Smasher, we're like, it's irrelevant. If we can get a good card out of their hand, I guess we'll take a look at their hand first, but we may want to attack with Reality Smasher, we don't know. Power Drive we don't care about. Matron would take up their entire turn, so we take the Chieftain, I think, and then, yeah, Smasher, and protect Karn. We go Matron, so that's out of their hand. I don't think we knew about the mountain in their hand, did we? So, yeah, it's their draw step for the turn. What are they going to get now? I just want to, like, hold up blockers to protect Karn going forward. I guess we can always do that next turn anyway, but I just think, like, if we get Karn down this turn, and we have a reasonable life total, we can't lose. I don't think we're going to lose anyway, but... Okay, there's a second Khan. This is 10 mana, right? Yeah. Okay, so Khan. Latisse here, the old girl zone. Cast Latisse. Yeah, I guess, like, it didn't really matter either way. You alright, the old girl?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What are you happy about? You got... Look at that smug on your face!
No, it was really funny.
What? What you got?
So I got to work.
You got a bag in your bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to work and I discovered that.
You took me while at work!
I discovered them. He's been locked in.
I've been locked in? So the flat would have burnt down?
That. Well, I did say, and it won't. A, you won't even notice, and B, if the flat sets on fire, we're on the ground floor, so you can get out window. That was well funny.
She tried to kill me and then rob me bank at the same time.
You've got no money anyway.
Fair enough. So we're bringing the contortions. You might want to consider the spell sky. I don't know.
Oh, what have you made?
Oh yeah, I kind of made a mistake. I made some of the potato things for lunch and I burned them.
Burned them?
Yeah.
Cremated?
Hello, Death the Kid. Chalice. Oh!
Shit, a brick.
Yeah, Chalice out, I agree. It wasn't my fault. Yeah, I'll probably bring these in then. This is a keep. Okay, so we find our last Tron land. There's so much pressure on our opponent. So I guess we're going to go turn 2 Spellskite. Okay, well that's less than we needed, but let's just go Spellskite. Oh, I saw my Pepsi Max, he's gone. I think I actually like not to redirect... We're going to have to take 2 damage to redirect a 5 damage spell. So I think I'd rather just like... It's probably going to... Essentially would be saving 3 life, but losing a blocker. So I think it's probably just better to not do it there. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Not we're on 20 life. If our opponent wants to use a lightning bolt here to kill this Spellskite, then fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, so our opponents use like 3 cards to get in for 5 damage. Ooh, that's good for them. Endbringer. Not really the one we're looking for. I mean, it's not like... Yeah, it's not crazy, but... It helps them go wide, I guess. Those Tron ones can get pretty big. We have to play Thought Not Seer next turn, so hopefully our opponent doesn't tap out for everything here. Like, I'd like to be able to use this Thought Not Seer pretty soon. Oh! Yeah, I'm sorry, bringing out Chalice here was wrong. Look at this. Look at this! Oh, no cards in hand either. Oh, man. Please give me last Tron land. I do not want that card right now. Okay, well, let's just cast the Thought Not Seer anyway, I guess. I think we do need to get in a position where we might be able to just win the game with Reality Smashes, so I think I do need to get in for some damage here. I know this can block, but if my opponent blocks with a Goblin token, I'm really happy with that trade, but I'm also not unhappy about getting for 3 at the minute. So our opponent's now, like, drawing off the top of their library with just 2 Goblin tokens out. This creates a token when it blocks, doesn't it? So we're not going to block this time. I think I might attack with this again. This is going to have to do something anyway, so... wait, is that stupid? I just messed up, didn't I? That was stupid. What am I doing? Oh, man, that was bad. Okay, that was really bad by me. That was so bad. Okay, we'll take this out. Come on, land. Oh, that's not bad. That's okay. Question is, though, do we even use it now? Oh, Goblin Grade. Yeah, good call. Good call. Okay, what does this one do again? Search your library for a Goblin card, put it into your hand. Okay, sure. It's probably not good. Although we'll take up an entire, well, pretty much an entire turn of our opponents. So that's good for us. So it would be nice to find that Reality Smasher here. There we go. Oh my god! 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're 1 mana off being able to Reality Smasher and win. Oh! Okay, let's go Smasher first. Not that it's really worth anything. Woo, just enough life. Just enough life. Wait, what do they have? I was going to say, what do they only have this in their hands. Yay! Boom! What is up, folks? It is Dan coming at you from the future as to when this game was recorded, because I'm going to narrate over this game because it goes on for a reasonable amount of time and it's not really that much of an interesting game apart from one massive punt from me. Our opponents on the play, they put a Utopia Sprawl on a breeding pool, so we'd love to find a Ghost Quarter right now. In our current hand, we have Tron almost set up plus the Khan, so we're definitely going to keep that hand. All Is Dust could be great, could also be quite bad, depending on what our opponent is playing. So we'll leave with our Urza Mind, since that one we are able to replace because we have the second one in hand. And it looks like our opponent's on the Devoted Druid combo, so I guess the Utopia Sprawl isn't really there to massively ramp out, it's more just to get an extra mana or two going into second and third turn. So we attack with finding Walking Ballista now. we've just dismembered the Devoted Druid. Walking Ballista also not a bad follow-up. We're going to put the Chalice of the Void on 1. This doesn't really stop anything in particular against them. It's just we need to play something this turn, so we may as well put the Chalice on 1 down. It's not going to stop the Devoted Druid combo. It's not going to stop an Eternal Witness or anything special like that. I guess it may stop a Path to Exile, maybe. Maybe they have, like, a Spell Pierce in their hand or something like that later in the game. So it looks like our opponent is on Bant Devoted Druid combo, so that will stop a Path to Exile, I guess, the Chalice on 1. Rather annoyingly, our opponent plays one of these fucking Eternal Witnesses, which just gets shit back from their graveyard. It's kind of the annoying thing about this is this deck is like it's so slow and janky and easy to interact with, but it's incredibly consistent and can just win out of nowhere. It's so frustrating to play against. Anyway, so we go to our turn. We're hoping to really draw a land off the top, so we can play our Walking Ballista in a couple of turns. For now, we just draw a Chalice, so we can just put down the Matter Reshaper. We're hoping to draw another land for that Chalice on 2. Or we could also put a Walking Ballista on 2 as well. For now, I think we just go ahead and play a Matter Reshaper. We're going to look to hold back our Walking Ballista for next turn, where we can hopefully pick off combo pieces. Speaking of which, our opponent rather predictably plays 2 of them. Unfortunately, we don't top back a land, so we can only play this Walking Ballista on 1, but that would be good enough to disrupt the combo for now. Our opponent plays a land, they find a second Vizier of Remedies. Our opponent makes a whole bunch of mana. Kind of annoying that they found both. I can't imagine it's more than 2 or 3 Vizier of Remedies in their deck, and they naturally drew both of them, which is really frustrating. Our opponent makes a whole bunch of mana with Devoted Druid. Unfortunately, with MTGO, this combo takes a fucking age, because you have to like click for each individual trigger and each activated ability. So our opponent is taking a long time to float all of this mana. The best thing is, like in Paper Magic, your opponent can just say, look, I'm going to make infinite mana, I've got this card here, can we move on? Unfortunately, in Paper, that's just not, on MTG, that's just not going to happen. Our opponent casts a Finale of Devastation, which goes and gets them a Walking Ballista. And at first I'm thinking, well, why would you do that? But then I remembered, Finale of Devastation can also give all of your creatures haste, so yeah, we get fucked. Anyway, move on to sideboarding. Now, we don't make too many changes in sideboard, and we bring in the 4th Walking Ballista and a couple of Spatial Contortions for disruption of their combo, and we just take out 3 Chalice of the Voids. We did consider removing the 4th Chalice of the Void for a final Spellskite or something like that. Maybe we can redirect any removal to the Spellskite. Maybe our opponent has a Path to Exile. It's kind of a case of we're not really happy with either. In the end, I do decide to keep a Chalice in because, you know, if we find a Chalice in our opening hand on 1, it might not be the end of the world. I can't really see a position where I really want Spellskites ever, really. It feels like if we get in a position when we have all of our stuff set up on board, we're not really going to be worried about our opponent top decking a Path to Exile. It's more the combo we're worried about. Anyway, we go to game 2. We have a reasonable hand, 2 pieces of the Tron combo, plus we have Thought-Knot Seers aplenty. Now, we also do have a Spatial Contortion in hand, and we do top deck a Karn. Now, the thing is with Spatial Contortion, normally you'd probably want to remove something early. However, with it being an Arbor Elf, we need to really save that for the combo pieces. We also play a Waste out here because we have the second Power Plant. I don't really want to expose the fact that we have a second Power Plant in hand. Maybe our opponent plays like a Field of Ruin or something like that later, and we'd like to make sure that our opponent doesn't know about the second Tron land available, so they might Field of Ruin the wrong Tron land. We decide to go ahead and Spatial Contortion the Arbor Elf in response to the Utopia Sprawl, because that's going to make so much mana. Our opponent plays a Damping Sphere. Not really something we're that scared about, especially with his current hand. Damping Sphere isn't as good against against Eldrazi Tron as it is against normal Tron. So we just play out our Power Plant. Our opponent plays a Finale of Devastation, which gets them their first Devoted Druid. We play our Thought-Knot Seer, and we take a look at their hand. I can't remember what I took, and unfortunately the video is too fast for us to remember. Hopefully we'll find out in the future. Opponent plays an Eternal Witness to get back the Finale of Devastation, and they cast a second Devoted Druid. So luckily we have one part of the combo where they have 2 of them, so we're not too worried about one part of the combo. We top deck a Mind Stone, we go ahead and play our second Thought-Knot Seer, and we pass to our opponent. Now we can eventually I'll get this game over and done with by playing Karn, which is why really Damping Sphere isn't as good against Eldrazi Tron as it is against normal Tron, because we don't need to make multiple amounts of mana against our opponent. Our opponent plays a Karn, the Great Creator of their own, and they go ahead and search for something out of their library. Now the thing you need to remember with our opponent at the minute, they are currently on 9 life. They don't really have the time to be just casting a Microsynth Lattice, because they're just going to fall so far behind on board. They're currently down to essentially just the Microsynth Lattice and the Lunge in their hand. we top deck another land, which is going to help us go ahead and... We can play Khan here. And we are considering Khan because it basically means that they can't play the Marquis of Lattice until our Khan leaves the battlefield. We go ahead and attack their Khan with our Thought-Knot Seas, which leaves them with the Devoted Druid combo in hand, but essentially nothing they can really do with it. We play a Khan of our own. This is really relevant because if our opponent's looking to lock us out of the game, or maybe make the Devoted Druid combo to go and find the Walking Ballista with Khan, well, they can't activate Walking Ballista at the minute. They can't activate the Devoted Druid if they do go ahead and play the Marquis of Lattice. So we know our opponent top deck the Temple Garden because we know about the Lunge and the Marquis of Lattice in their hand, and our opponent concedes the game. I think they're kind of locked at the minute. They would need to block our Thought-Knot Sea, which means they're going to be even further behind with the combo, the Khan combo, or the Devoted Druid combo, and it just feels like we're just too far ahead of them on board. I do decide to bring in a Tormod's Crypt this time over the Final Chalice because we did see some kind of graveyard shenanigans there. We did, obviously, last time the Eternal Witness. I decided not to bring in the Tormod's Crypt just for the Eternal Witness, but when we saw the Post-Mortem Lunge, that's 2 pieces of graveyard, which a Tormod's Crypt might be able to do quite a lot of work. In game 2, we have the Spatial Contortion and the Dismember in hand. I don't think we can ever put this hand back. We straight away go and use the Spatial Contortion on the Arbor Elf. Now, this might have been a bad idea by me, I don't know, but I feel like if we can just get rid of that Arbor Elf early, we can start the mana production early, and we still have the backup card in our hand. Opponent plays an Oath of Nissa. Unfortunately, I don't know what they got because, again, we're on a speed run here. They play Utopia Sprawl and another Khan. We go ahead and Spatial Contortion their Devoted Druid. Now, rather puzzlingly, our opponent goes for a Damping Sphere here. I don't really agree with that, and we top deck a Reality Smasher. And I think I'm just going to go back to the game now because it's starting to get towards the end of the match, and it's a bit of an interesting situation. I'm just going to Ghost Quarter this land now, I think. Having said that, yeah, they have the Damping Sphere in hand. I think I actually like not Ghost Quartering here because our opponent only has 1 unknown card in hand and they can't go and get Lattice. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I'll admit, if this goes wrong, then it's on me, I guess. Exactly, they can't play... Okay, Walking Ballista is kind of annoying. Yeah, opponent, you need to pay 3 mana for that Walking Ballista. Oh, yes! Right, so Walking Ballista on 2. No! No, this doesn't work! I'm so stupid! Fucking Khan! Why am I doing this? Oh my god! What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god. That's game, isn't it? That's just game, so our opponent Lattice locks us. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Oh, we had that game. Even by my standards, that's so bad. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, even by my standards. Do they not have a Lattice? They have a Lattice in the sideboard. Why aren't they casting it? I can't be trusted with an artifact. Ever. Our opponent can't downtick on Khan, can they? The Khan's... Oh, thank God. Thank God I'm not as bad as I thought I was. No, because I think the Utopia Sprawl adds the mana, not the forest. I think at this point it may be worth using Ghost Quarter on this land to reduce how much they can cast. We still might be able to win this game, I think, because Reality Smasher and all that kind of good stuff. Hey! I'll cast a Walking Ballista. No, forget it. Okay. Smasher. Kill Khan. I think I'm going to just Ghost Quarter this land now. Oh, yeah, probably should. Yeah, you're probably right. I should have done on the draw step. Luckily, it looks... I think this game's won now. I think our opponent's just too far. But I don't think we even cast Khan at this point. We just grow Walking Ballista instead, or make another Walking Ballista. And as is mine, sure. Oh, wait, our opponent has to block. They have to block. I just missed Lethal! I just missed Lethal. I just realised. I just missed Lethal. The reason I missed Lethal is... maybe this wouldn't have worked anyway. But I could have gone 1-1 Walking Ballista to target this Walking Ballista. In response, grow my original Walking Ballista. Then we can kill our opponent next turn. I just missed Lethal. I guess in response, we grow our own Walking Ballista now. Yeah. Oh, no, we still got it. We're still fine. I think. Oh, my God. I have no... This is I'm making it so hard for myself. So, yeah, our opponent grows their ballista. Sure, fine. Let this happen. Wow. Not even gonna shoot us for 2? Okay, sure. Okay, cast this walking... Oh, we can't cast it. Yeah, we can. We can cast this walking ballista for 1. Oh my god. I can't believe... I just fell over the line. I literally just... Good god. I guess we just start with Temple since there's no... It's not realistic that we're going to get turn 3 Tron. Even though I guess if we top deck a Tron land we can. But we might be able to top deck a second Eldrazi Temple or something like that. Oh no, not burn. Oh, I should have played Tron land. Mistakes were made, I guess. Should have played a Tron land. Oh wait, I didn't play... Oh my fucking god. I didn't play Expedition Map on 1. Yeah, why didn't I play Expedition Map? I punted already. Sure, let's just go Tower and... Because I'm really good at this game, let's just go Expedition Map. I've punted before my opponent has played a card, and all I did was play 1 land. I played 1 land! And I punted already. We're playing against a lot of burn decks today as well. Like, a lot of burn decks. We're down to 10 already. Karn might be the draw to get us out of it, I guess. Hopefully this Thought-Knot-Seer is going to go well. Come on, Thought-Knot-Seer. Target our opponent. I think we take the Helix here. Yeah, we'll take the Helix, because then they need to be able to turn on Skewer. Let's take Helix. And pass. Okay, there's a Skewer. Did I just mess up? I just messed up, didn't I? Yeah. I messed up. And obviously we lay back to protect Karn. And hope we're not dead. I think our opponent would need a Boros Charm to kill us. Okay, Goblin Guide, sure. Okay, what is your last card? Okay, they're going to swing at me or Karn. If they swing at me, we win, I think. Okay, they're swinging at me. We go down to 2. Karn's alive. Okay, that should do it. Don't worry about it, guys. I've got this. I had it, like, what I was trying to do is make it really interesting. That's all I was doing. This land and this land. Right, we need the mine. I did it. Yes! Oh my god, this game is easy. Play the mine. Minus Marcus Inflatus. You guys are seeing some top quality Eldrazi Tron play here. Yeah, I am the best. I am not the best. You can believe that. Right, so I don't think Dismember's good here. I think Walking Bliss is probably okay. Spatial Contortion's good instead, I guess. Spellskite's really... Trinisphere is also pretty good in this matchup, I would assume. Probably want to get rid of these All Its Dust, actually. They're probably a bit too expensive, and we have Natural Answer. They don't get that much. Like, dealing 1 damage outside of... No, it doesn't kill any of their creatures, does it? So, like, an Endbringer can probably come out. I would rather have Trinisphere over an Endbringer, that's the thing. Like, it's kind of a case of what do we prefer more, like the Endbringer or the Trinisphere. I think this is a keep. If I'm bringing in Trinisphere, this I should definitely put it in the main. We can get a turn 3 Trinisphere, which is kind of its mana cost anyway, so I don't know why I'm so impressed with that. Okay, so nothing for our opponent. Probably a burn spell in hand. There's a second Tron land. That's really good. Right, so play the second one. Go... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Mind Stone here. We could also go Walking Ballista, but I don't want to turn on a Searing Blaze or anything, so... What has our opponent got? Lightning Helix, Boros Charm? Sure. Well, if our opponent's only dealt 4 damage in their first turn, then I'm not disheartened to see Boros Charm. Last Tron land would have been nice. So do we just go Karn here? Do we just go Karn here over anything else? Or do we just, like, protect Karn with the Trinisphere for a while? Can't get nothing, really. I don't think there's any real value in playing Karn right now. I think I'd rather just play Trinisphere to slim down how many spells they can cast in 1 turn for a while. Yeah. It does make Spatial Contortion a little bit worse, though, but they haven't got any creatures on the field yet, so they would have to top deck a creature, and a creature would take up virtually their entire turn, so that wouldn't be the end of the world either. So let's just... I think I'm just going to play Trinisphere here. So I think we know what they top decked. That is a lot of damage. We're dead to Smash... Well, we're not dead to Smash Smithereens, but I think I'm just going to Spatial Contortion this now. And I'm just going to play Walking Blister on 1 so we can actually use our mana this turn. And then Who knows? Maybe we can play Khan and do something next turn. If we're not dead and we top deck the last Tron land, then we have a chance. Swiss Spear, okay, sure. I'm going to block. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here, but it just means that a bolt doesn't definitely kill us next turn. Whereas we're probably going to die to a bolt anyway because there is a Swiss Spear on the field, so I don't know, man. We'll find out. There's a Smasher. That doesn't really do anything. We needed the lands. The Tron lands. I don't know if there's anything we can find, is there? So, I guess we just cast Smasher and just play defensive. So I'm actually just going to Ghost Quarter this Inspiring Vantage now. And the reason I'm going to do it now is because it means our opponent can't float the mana. The white mana. So if our opponent wants to... Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought this was a Sunbait Canyon. I'm so blind. Okay, we're just going to hold back. Yeah. Okay, so if this was a Sunbait Canyon, it would mean our opponent wouldn't be able to just crack this and have white mana up. So yeah, we'll see if we're dead or not. A white mana. A Path to Exile. They have to discard a card, so we're not just dead. And I assume we're actually probably not dead because our opponent... Oh, I guess they do have to cast the Path to Exile. They have to get cast the Path to Exile to kill us, but I would assume there's like not a bolt in their hand of any kind. Chalice doesn't do anything, actually. Chalice does literally nothing. Oh, actually, we can play Chalice on one and crack the Blast Zone. Okay, let's do that. So that cuts off all 1 mana spells. Now we just need to find a Chalice on 2 and 3. That's all we need. Oh, they top deck Boros Charm or Lightning Helix. There we go. Sweet. And that is an unkeepable hand. Oh, this hand is like actually not awful either if we just had another land. Okay, let's mulligan that. Yeah, that'll have to do. That will do, I guess. Khan to the bottom. Right, so I think we just play towards the actual Tron half of our hand. We have more outs for that. Bottom a Khan, top deck a Khan. Where have I seen that before? Okay, let's just do this and play Mind Stone. Play a Blister on 2 maybe next turn if our opponent plays like a creature. Bolt. I guess at least like a Walking Blister can like kill a Goblin Guide next turn. Which wouldn't be the worst, I guess. Or we can Spatial Contortion, that also works. Okay, the downside of Walking Blister is that they have a Searing Blaze and this is really bad. We can also, like, if that's our plan as well, we should probably not even cast Walking Blister. We should just hold up Spatial Contortion instead. Then we can even crack a Mind Stone if we want, if things go really bad. So I think I'm just going to do that. Ooh, Reality Smasher. Okay, well, let's Contortion this now. I respect that from our opponent. We may as well crack this in response, I guess. Actually not incredibly disheartened by that. Because, like, that's 3 damage prevented, which is good. Do we just go Walking Blister on 1 to block sack? There is a massive difference between 10 and 9. That's an entire extra spell. Okay, come on, top card. Okay, I guess Chalice is okay. Now, the reason I'm going to go 2 is... Our opponent's already used a whole bunch of 1-drops, and we're dead to Boros Charm, and it turns off Smash to Smithereens. It turns off Boros Charm, Lightning Helix. There we go, they had a 2-drop in hand, and we are dead to a 1-drop off the top. Can we get ready to concede? No, we're not dead yet, I guess. Okay, that allows us something. We're on 1. We can at least cast it to block. I guess we could save a mana here, but fuck it, whatever. Well... The Chalice on 2 isn't looking too bad at the minute. Damn it, it's the wrong one again. Well, I guess now we have to try and lock the game up. So I think I'm just going to go Khan over Reality Smash. I think we have to try and win by other means. I'm going to get an artifact. Because if our opponent has a burn spell, they're going to target us, not Khan anyway. We'd love to use that ability. And we will get the Lattice. And then if we top deck a land, maybe we have a chance. That's a land. Okay, we need a land off the top. I think a land off the top probably locks up the game. Come on, land. Land, 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 land. Okay, okay, land. Is this good enough? How are they not dead? Okay. Uptick here. Pass. This game's over, right? What do they have? Maybe a gut shot? Maybe they have a gut shot in their deck? A Gut Shot would do it, but I can't imagine Burn playing Gut Shot, like natural burn, like actual burn. Fucking hell. So after a crazy game one where we went ahead and got not necessarily a nut draw against a control deck, but certainly overran them pretty powerfully on the field, moving into game two, our opponent opens with a Ceremonious Rejection, our Expedition map. Not too disheartened by that. We have got good lands in our hand. We do play a Matter Shaper on turn 2, put a bit of pressure on our opponent's life total early, and we just draw Natural Tron off the top. This must be what it feels like to be a Tron player, where you just draw perfectly all the time, apparently. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and pass to our opponent to play a Vendilion Cleat, which takes our Reality Smasher. Which is going to be a bit annoying, because we've got so many lands in hand, and we're drawing another Tron land off the top, so we've got so much mana, and then we draw a Reality Smasher anyway, so life's really good for us. We play our Walking Ballista first. Now, this might have been a mistake by me, but I want to bait out a second Ceremonious Rejection, or a Snapcaster Mage, and unfortunately they play a Spell Queller, which is even worse. Because now the Walking Ballista is essentially just permanently gone. But we do get to at least resolve our Reality Smasher, put a lot of pressure on our opponent's life total, and we go to our turn. So I think the plan here is to just keep putting pressure on opponent's life total, get that Spell Queller off the field, and make it so that they're probably not going to be able to race a Reality Smasher. We do cast the Walking Ballista off the top, which is obviously completely useless. We do find a Karn, I believe, from the Matter Shaper dying. Our opponent counters a Thornot Seal with a Ceremonious Rejection. However, that does mean we can now resolve Karn. And Karn getting Trinisphere sounds pretty good against this Jeskai control deck, which is running a whole bunch of small spells like Lightning Bolts, Snapcaster Mages, and they do have short Cryptic Commands and stuff like that, but a Trinisphere making it so they can only cast really one spell per turn, that sounds really good to me, on the condition that none of those spells are a Path to Exile, because a Path to Exile will kill, or indeed will exile, our Reality Smasher. Now, after a lot of deliberating here, you can see that we are taking a long time to think about what we want, and I do decide in the end to go for a Trinisphere, because, again, we're looking to really cramp them on mana, and making it so that, sure, they might be able to get rid of Karn, and sure, they might be able to Path to Exile Reality Smasher, but it's going to take up almost all of their turns doing this for the foreseeable future, meaning that if we can top deck reasonably well, we can kill our opponent on board. Our opponent kills Karn, gets in for some points of damage as well. We top deck more lands. This is the worry about this deck. You can sometimes just draw too many lands or not enough lands. We play our Ghost Quarter, and we actually take out the Hallowed Fountain here. So we say to our opponent, right, you can have white mana for a Path to Exile, or you can have a blue mana for a further Cryptic Command. Our opponent does opt for the island, so it says to me that they probably don't have a Path to Exile in hand. Now we draw a Chalice of the Void off the top, and we've got big decisions to be made here. We go to combat, our opponent taps down our team. Now we're dead to a Lightning Bolt off the top, or a further Cryptic Command in the future. So we go for Chalice on 4, or Chalice on 1. Now the thing is, there are 2 Cryptics in the graveyard already, so it'd be very fortunate for them to have drawn a 3rd Cryptic Command. I think I'd rather hedge on them not having a Cryptic Command in hand. Remember, a Snapcaster Mage doesn't count, because they would have to have a total of 7 mana because of the Trinisphere. So Snapcaster Mage isn't an out for them, only Cryptic Command is. We put Chalice on 1, which prevents not only Path to Exile, but Lightning Bolts. Remember, our opponent's about to untap and get it for 5 points of damage, and a Bolt could kill us. So I think Chalice on 1 probably is the right move here. Our opponent does go ahead and cast a Lightning Bolt, which triggers the Chalice of the Void, and that means we're now going to get in for lethal points of damage, and the game is over. we'll play first. Come on. I keep this, right? Oh, I think I keep this. Okay, we'll keep. On the play especially. Yeah, turn 2, Mind Stone into turn 3, Fortnightseer. Sounds pretty good.
Dan's about to cry though, but boring white control says no.
It's not boring white control, but it's going to be a boring control deck. Oh no, it's the mine! We don't want another mine. Well, let's play Cavern, name the Eldrazi. I probably could have held that back, actually. Yeah. We'll play Mindstone and pass. Ah, Storm! Oh, I wish we could get Trinisphere now. Okay, fine. Thought-Not-Seer it is. Ah! Okay, we've got a consensus here on 2, so we'll go with 2. Okay. That's a good time to draw that, isn't it? That's a really good time to draw that card. They have outs to it, though, don't they? They can return it back to our hand. Wait, how much is Repeal? We can't put this on 1, can we? I almost did it. I almost did it. I actually almost was going to do it there. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, this is definitely Seer. Okay, guys. Gifts and Given or Past in Flames? What are we thinking? I don't think there's any real reason to take Bolts. We'll go with Gifts. And... Is there any reason to play a Chalice on 0? Oh, you're right. Yeah, Cherry, you're right. I probably should have gone second Chalice on 2. You're probably right, actually. I think we put Gifts and Given... Oh, we put the draw spells in their graveyard. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Just, like... Give them the Bolt and the Gifts and Given. And just stop the card draw. Right, so our opponent has one unknown card in hand, which was the Steam Vent. So we know they're 6 cards in hand. So we know a Khan is going to resolve. Are we still going for the Chalice on 2 again? I think I like the Chalice on... I really like that call, actually. Chalice on 2. Cherry Man, fucking great call. Fair play. Like, not even messing around anymore. That's a great call. I think Spatial Contortion over probably Dismember. We need to cut some cards, though. I think All Is Dust is bad here. We don't want All Is Dust. We probably don't want the Embringer Reaver, because the Embringer doesn't kill anything, and we're probably not going to get time to activate it. Ugin can exile something, bring in Dismember, and an we'll bring in All Is Dust. Yeah, don't even worry about donating bits and stuff like that, unless you really want to. Tower, Mine, Cavern. Chalice on 2 again, though. I think I'm going to keep... Oh, so we can go Chalice on 1 and on 2? Okay, so Tower, go. We can go Chalice on 1, then Chalice on 2. How many answers do they usually play? I still like Chalice on 1 here, because it cuts off a lot of cantrips. There's a Walking Blister, that's not bad. Let's go Mine, and... Let's go Chalice. Do they not have a land? If they don't have a land... We're going to get to put... Oh, we're not going to get to put Chalice on 2. Unless we top deck the Tron land. Come on, Tron land. One time. We need Power Plant. Give me Power Plant. Or a Spatial Contortion wouldn't be the worst. Who wants a freaking Matter Shaper? Matter Shaper it is. What did our opponent get off that part? Oh, they got on a Braid? No! And a Desperate Ritual.
Testing Dan.
Oh, for
Can
fuck's
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Nod your head if you like chin nuts.
Blast Zone on 2. It's going to take a while to get Blast Zone on 2. Morpho, sure. This just feels like we're dodging bullets at the minute. Oh, braiding that guy. Okay, sure. What do we find? That's interesting. Oh. A hand. We can potentially get Chalice on 1, 2, and 3. I assume it would be a Remand, or they might have a Repeal as well. But Chalice on 2, do you have it? What? Oh, this is the, Shatter. Yeah, okay, sure. Well, we still get to play a Chalice on 2 again, so that's out of the way now, at least. We still get to play Chalice on 2 next turn. 1, 2... we get to play our Mind Stone as well, sweet. Yeah, Walking Blister next turn to hopefully kill the Boral. We could also just play Ugin the Fucktard or something like that. This is 4 mana, so we just can't cover enough. Like, Chalices might be a bit awkward now. We could even put, because of Ugin's ability, we can even, just cast a Walking Blister on 1. We can just cast a Walking Blister on 1. Just with Ugin's ability. Oh, no! Why did I have to draw that? Now I have to make decisions. Oh, no, we can't... I almost did it again. We can't cast Blister on 1 because that would be countered by Chalice. Okay, let's just go for it. Please don't have a counterspell opponent. Eugene. This is resolving! Okay. Oh my god. I'm starting to get that tingly feeling now that we might actually have a chance of going 5-0. No. A 2-mana walking bullet at Thornar's here. Take Baral, I guess. Just in case they can get rid of the Chalice. At least they can't follow it with a Baral. Sure. Ballista on... How much are we going for? 3...
Way to go, Dan. You couldn't have done it without me.
No, stop! I almost punted. Uptick. I probably should have upticked first, actually. What is that? Please don't be the last Tron land. Oh, it's an Eldrazi Temple. That's fine, whatever. Who cares about an Eldrazi Temple? We haven't won yet, but it's looking pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. Our opponent top the land. I think that's game. Okay, yeah. Okay. It's not the last Tron land. So attack and then pump a whole bunch of mana into Walking Ballista. Clammy hands. I might crack this Mind Stone, see if we can find the last Tron land. Did I play a land yet this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think we played a land. So I'm going to sacrifice this and draw a card. Because I don't think the extra counter on Walking Ballista will matter, right? They're currently on 7 if you count Walking Ballista. So we need to get Walking Ballista on 7, which would be 14 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd be a mana short anyway. So I may as well just crack this and we might find the last Tron land, which would get the game. Oh, that's a good call, actually. Uptick Eugene. Because we might find the Tron land underneath the token. We don't, it's a waste. Okay, so let's crack this. Whatever. Okay, so our opponent is very dead next turn. Concede, you fucking bitch! Oh my god! 11 chests! 11 chests! So that was Eldrazi Tron. We did end up going 5-0, and it's a good compliment to the deck that it could even win through my punting. Seriously though, the deck is really powerful. I did say at the beginning and throughout this video that I do think the issue of this deck is that sometimes you can get mana flooded and mana screwed at the exact same time. It's such a weird deck in that regard. You can have a whole bunch of lands out, but none of them produce big amounts of mana, so you can't cast anything bigger than maybe your 4 or a 5 drop, when really you want to be casting on turns 5 and 6, those Khans, those Lattices, and just ending the game. So it's kind of weird that sometimes you can have a whole bunch of lands in hand, but yet still be mana screwed, whilst also be mana flooded. But when you hit that sweet spot, where we saw several times in this deck, if you hit that sweet spot of plenty of lands and plenty of win conditions, but the right lands, then you're really going to just overpower your opponent. And I don't think there's any better deck in the format when this deck hits that sweet spot of lands, the right lands, plus actual good win conditions that can just win the game out of nowhere. Other than that, there's not really too much to say about the deck. I think it's about as well built as it possibly could be. I would like to try an Uber Mask in the sideboard for the control matchups. That would be a very sweet thing to try out. But other than that, not really too much to say on this deck. It's a well-established deck. I went 5-0 with it. I did punt a few times along the way, but still the deck is that powerful that we won through that. We're going to try something a bit more different next week. We're not going to play a meta deck next week. I think next time we're going to play a Rear of Flame as a budget mono red version. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Boom, what up guys, it's me back again. I hope you enjoyed that episode of Something Different. Remember to go over this way and look at some other videos over there. There's a subscribe button over there. I barely can say subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. Much love, y'all.